Hi, I am Joe Russo.
And I'm Anthony Russo, and we directed Avengers Endgame.
And yes, we are still talking about it.
Okay, so I've just seen a video of the Russo brothers answering questions about Endgame, and I had to record this video. So this is kind of unscripted, completely off the cuff, me just going into detail on this video. Before I do, let's get some background into why I care about this so much. All the way back in the Spider-Man animated TV series, you know, the cartoon that was running for ages, that was equally parts bad and good at the same time. It introduced me into the Spider-Man kind of universe and all of its array of Marvel villains, and I just loved every single one of them. One of which being the Red Skull. I think there was this overarching storyline where Electro and Red Skull like teamed up or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember my 10-year-old brain just being like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen. So pretty much ever since then, I've loved the Red Skull. Let's then fast forward a little bit into Infinity War, where he is then revealed to be the keeper of the Infinity Stone, the Soul Stone, and I was like, oh my god, just completely left field, had no idea. Obviously, in the first Captain America, he was transported by the Tesseract, and there were theories because he hadn't died. So where did he go? Did he go somewhere? Yes, he did. He went to be in charge of the Soul Stone. Doesn't seem to make much sense. They didn't really explain any of that, but it's still pretty good. I'm a fan of it regardless. So then in one of the episodes of our podcast, me and Will were discussing kind of what would happen when Cap was returning the stones, and he inevitably had to return the Soul Stone, and he would meet Red Skull again. I want to have a whole entire film on that.
That could be its own entire film, easily.
First, just to see the interaction between him and Red Skull on a fucking space planet, because no one told him that Red Skull's the keeper of the Power Stone, because they didn't know.
Yeah.
They did. Natasha died, and then Hawkeye doesn't know who Red Skull is.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So that in itself would be an amazing film, but also him then going to all the different places and returning the stones at the other places would be really cool.
And we get another Chris Evans movie.
Exactly. This is very unlikely to happen. I would pay lots and lots of money just to have a film of Captain America going back in time and returning all the Soul Stones and then meeting Peggy Carter. That would be such a good film. And I've always thought that they could do that film quite easily at any point that they would want to. Which then brings me on to this Russo Brothers video. So the Twitter user asks, how do you return a Soul Stone? Because to get a Soul Stone, you have to sacrifice someone. You have to kill someone that you care about. So that's a big thing. Does the person come back alive? Does their soul just float around for a bit? They also ask, what was Captain America's reaction to seeing Red Skull like? Because just like me and Will, we'd understand that Captain America would be like, what the fuck? There's no way he'd forget a big red guy. So this is what the Russo brothers had to say about it.
So you get an email like you do on Amazon, and then you have to print up a label, put it on the stone, stick it in the mail. It goes back to Red Skull.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Which is funny, but that's not answering any of our questions. And it's also, I think it's passing away the question, because it's quite a hard question to answer, so he doesn't want to answer it, so he's just being like, no, don't care. Just make a funny meme. Now listen to what the Russo brothers say about Captain America meeting Red Skull again.
So seeing Red Skull again, I don't know. That's a good question. Hopefully Cap will remember him.
Boom. That line right there. Hopefully Cap will remember him. Why would it matter if he didn't remember him? Obviously Captain America is gonna remember Red Skull like the first big bad he ever faced before he got frozen. Both the vagueness about the Soul Stone and the fact that he's also being really vague about Captain America seeing Red Skull again, but he's saying hopefully he will remember him. I think that's alluding to them touching on this topic again in the future in a film. Surely that's gotta be what the hint is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking into it too much. Maybe I'm just so hoping that this will happen that I'm just seeing false flags everywhere. But honestly, hopefully Cap will remember him.
Hopefully Cap will remember him.
He didn't even say it in Hopefully Kat will remember him. Anyway, next question. He said it as though it was like a really meaningful, like poetic kind of thing to say. I don't know. Like, it seems like that's going to be a thing in the future. People watching this, what do you think? Do you think that Captain America is going to be seeing the Red Skull again in the future? Do you think they'll do like a prequel? Because I don't think Chris Evans is going to be aging anytime soon. When I say prequel, by the way, I just mean him going to do the Infinity Stones and stuff. Kind of like a Black Widow-esque movie. Because that's going back in time, but it's not going back in time too far. It's going pre-Civil War. So in a couple of years' time, we could maybe have a Captain America film that goes pre-Endgame. Well, no, pre-Phase 4. Because it happened in Endgame. But you get what I mean? Hopefully you do. Anyway, if you've watched this far, give us a like, leave a comment saying, you're wrong, or that sounds plausible. And I'll see you in the next video.